Hey-ho, friends! I'm currently in the process of pre-recording all my videos up until Wednesday, so I'm actually, as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to do the next part of the Naruto What If, which I'm having a lot of fun doing, this particular What If. It is allowing me to be a lot more creative, which I am liking. But I mentioned a while ago, not a while ago, I mentioned about a week ago, that I thought it was time. I had had another person giving me a birthday request on their birthday, and I just like, okay, it's happened enough times. I need to redo the video, and I think it's something I need to redo every couple thousand subscribers because I get new subscribers who don't know the etiquette of the channel. So this is how it's gonna go down, folks. This is the rules of engagement, if you will. How to suggest what to suggest for what ifs, who would wins, any of my other videos, birthday requests, the whole 9 yards. So let's get the basic stuff out of the way first. You can pretty much request just about anything for any of my videos. Doesn't mean I'll do it, and I'll get to that later, but you can request just about anything. Pokemon team, any character you want, that's fine. Lantern Corps, who would win, any versus you want, that's fine. Now, understand, because I have had people get on my case about this before, and I don't give an F, I don't give an F what you think, but it just bugs me when you hear what I'm talking about, I'm throwing out, and you don't care then. Is that I am just a guy who has the internet available. If it's a character from a game, I don't have time to go out and play the game. Maybe I can find some Let's Plays, but even then, Let's Plays aren't going to give me a actual idea of how powerful that ability actually is. I have to go into lore. I can only go by what I find. So if my opinion based on what I find doesn't agree with yours, that is fine. I'm only going off the information I have available. You don't need to get rude, you don't need to get snippy, and you don't need to get toxic. Oh my. See, the rude, whatever, it's YouTube. I can handle that. The snippy, well, fine. You telling me I'm wrong, that's fine. If you're going to tell me why I'm wrong, though, have the balls to actually explain why I'm wrong. That one bothers the shit out of me. Not because I'm offended, because I'm seriously ticked off that people can't back up their shit. There was one person recently, and they're a long-time viewer, by the way, which I find odd. I've had I think it's a guy. I had the guy be a viewer for a while who at one point did a what if Clockwork Highlander knew what the fuck he was talking about? Or and someone said, you had about my Samurai Jack versus Homelander video. I was like, yeah, that's a weird opinion. That's because he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm like, okay, if you want to say that, that's fine. And I can't make you say anything, but at least have the fucking balls to tell me why I'm wrong. Don't just be one of those anonymous keyboard warriors going, you're wrong because you're wrong, you're just wrong, your opinion is stupid, you're never right about anything. So first off, why are you watching my shit? But second of all, and you continue to watch my shit, so why are you watching my shit if you think if I think I'm not right about anything, or the majority of things, or hot take, the stuff you don't agree with. And I noticed too, you don't comment on every video, just the shit you don't think I'm right on. Like come on, man, you're better than that. You've been a viewer for a little while. You're better than that. Come on. But yeah, that's the part that bothers me. So there's that. That's etiquette. And by the way, in terms of the comment section etiquette, I don't really have much in the ways of rules. Don't be racist. Don't be sexist. And let me put it this way. If you are racist or sexist, you're getting taken out of the comments. I can't ban you from the channel. Technically, I don't think I can. But I can ban you from the comments. I've done it before. Do not spam multiple times the same damn thing in just one thread. I've had people do that. I had to do that to one person a while back because they just kept, after I gave them a warning too, like, dude, you're starting to piss people off, okay? And then they kept doing it again. And I'm like, maybe you're a bot, maybe you're not, but I got to ban you from the comments. So yeah. Now, suggesting the same request over and over again in different videos. You can do that, but I hate to tell you this, folks, it's not making me get to the suggestion any faster. It's just not. I have my Naruto book here for the Naruto What If I Do. This is like a standard. This is what my Who Would Win books, my Who Would Win journal is. We'll call it the journal. It's my book of Who Would Win suggestions. That's what it is. And I fill out the entire. I go as far. I leave a couple pages just in case, because once I get there filling it up, I have to then transcribe it over to a new book. But yeah, so they're ordered from page to page. And I'm sorry if you're a new viewer or someone who just really wants your suggestion, but a lot of people suggested stuff before you. My method of going about who would wins, in fact, any of my suggestions really, is I write your name down, I write your suggestion down. I hope I leave enough room to write more of your suggestions down. Sometimes there's so many from a lot of people, and I'm glad you like my content, not that you want to just get my opinion on stuff, that I have to move it back to the book. But then I do it again, and so forth, and it fills out the pages. And so that's how I choose. I choose like, okay, I'm on page, 33. And it's, okay, I'm starting there, and then I go to that. This is why I do the week ofs, because if multiple people have given me the same suggestion, I can get multiple people's suggestions out of the way, so more than one person it can be satisfied. I kind of wish I had been doing that from the beginning, actually. But I remember when I first started, I think I was only doing like one Who Would Win a month or something like that. I'm like, I don't do any animation that much, so I can do a lot more. So yeah, unfortunately, no matter how many times you put the suggestion in, or you just suggest the same suggestion, it's not going to come any faster. Which brings me to another point on that. While I'm not responding to, I can't respond to every comment. I'm sorry, I just can't do that. If I did that, I would be so swamped so fast. And I gotta balance everything. Plus, I got my own life to live outside. This is just a hobby, but I love doing it. Just because I don't respond to your comment, trust me, I see every single comment that is made in the comment section. Every single one. I got my notifications. Like every morning, or like once a day, at least once a day, I check the comment in the managing part of the channel, where you go and you can check up on all your videos, the comments, like analytics, all that, and I look at the comments and I write down everything that is new. Everything. I sometimes have to double check to make sure I haven't done something. So yeah, I can't stop you from doing that. I can't. If you feel the need to do, that's fine. And not every one of you is going to watch this video, so I understand that. But just so you know, it's not going to make it come any faster. But I do see it. Which brings us now to really two things I want to talk about. One, like I said earlier, there's pretty much nothing I won't do. There are exceptions to that, though. For example, and actually I got the comment section. I got what I was talking about right here, the YouTube studio. And so, generally speaking, and I'm talking specifically about, like, say, a Zanpakuto video right now. Zanpakuto, I will do a Zanpakuto video for just about any character, so long as there is a backstory and there seems to be, like, a fan base for it. However, there's some characters I cannot do a video like that for. I'm not going to name the person who suggested it, but a person who suggested a character from the show called The In-Betweeners called Jay Cartwright. While I'm not, what's the best way to put this? I'm not, believe it or not, I'm not really all that preoccupied with trying to expand the channel. I'll get the growth I get, and that's fine. But I still want to make videos that multiple people would be interested in. And Jay Cartwright, for me, that is so niche of a show that I don't know if like, even the people who do the Ninjago requests, which I feel like I've been a little too harsh. It's not that I hate Ninjago, it's just I'm not a Ninjago person, so when I get flooded with Ninjago requests, it does kind of like go, I do kind of go like, oh god, more of these. But I don't hate Ninjago. I loved Legos as a kid. Hell, I could buy more Legos if I wanted to. I just couldn't set it up anymore. But But even Ninjago has a big fan base. Someone recently has been giving me a lot of Nexo Knight stuff. That's still got a big fan base. The In-Betweeners, I know a little bit about it because I looked it up previously. It's not gonna have a very, I think I did one that once and it barely got any interest. So I do want to at least do characters that will attract enough interest for multiple people to enjoy it, and not just the one person. So I'm sorry, that particular one I'm not doing. Like if you had done, I don't know, I'll spit a random one out here. Jerry Steinfeld from Seinfeld, not the person, but the character he's playing, which is technically him. Or Eric Foreman from that 70s show, or Homer Simpson. They're characters that had a huge mass following. Now, maybe the In-Betweeners, as far as I know, it's a British show, I think. Maybe it's Canadian. I can't remember. I know it's not American. Maybe it has a huge following, but only really there. Most people, I think, know like a bunch of the other ones, but very few people would know that. So I can't do that. I'm sorry for that. But the last but not least, what ifs? Oh, and birthday requests. Sorry, not last but not least. Second to last one at least. I almost forgot birthdays. Birthdays. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I will do a birthday request. It has to be able to, but the big rules. You've got to give it to me at least a day before your birthday so I have time to prep, because I write out my schedule not for the week, but for the month out. And I also work 5 days out of the week. So you can't just spring your birthday on me the day of. You gotta give me at least a day prior. And if you're asking for something down the road, just give me the date. I'll write it down in my book and I'll get to it. I have forgotten once or twice, but I've then rectified that and done it before. I've now drawn the line saying, if you give it to me on your birthday, I'm just not doing it at that point. So if you want your birthday request, you got to let me know before your birthday. But now, to do the clap again, what ifs? So my general rule of thumb is this. I don't do fan fiction. I know I've had a lot of people ask me to do fan fiction, and I'm just not. I already do the what ifs. I do a lot on this channel. I've expanded even beyond that. I've still been able to find the balance because I do the off and ons. I swap out between the Quark series, the Digimon series, the Lantern, and the Zanpakuto. I really can't afford to be throwing another big series in here. Otherwise, I'm going to have to axe something. Right now, I don't want to axe anything. So fanfics, I'm sorry. They're not. I'm not going to be reading fanfics or anything like that. I'm sorry. Fanfics aren't happening. This Naruto personal Naruto what if, this current one, it's about as close to a fanfic as I'll actually do, because it's something that because of the focal center point of the what if could lead to so many options. It does allow me to play with the story a lot. And I do look forward to doing more what ifs like this one, because it really is changing things up drastically. And I'm having a lot of fun with that. But I'm not doing a what if. I'm sorry, I'm not doing a fan fiction. And to be clear, what do I consider the difference between a fan fiction and a what if? And I brought this up a couple of times, but it bears repeating because that's what the point of this video is. A what if is basically you make one major change and see what the domino effects are. Naruto goes rogue and starts his own village. Technically it's two, but I've had people basically, sometimes I will combine two what if suggestions into one, because they usually are the same thing being asked in different ways. For example, Naruto, whenever we get to the wood release Senju video, I'm combining the Senju requests and the wood release, because you're most likely asking, what if Naruto had wood release if he was a Senju? Because Hashirama is the only Senju who ever had wood release. Add on the fact that Naruto being an actual Senju wouldn't actually do a whole lot, because the Senju are just relatives of the Uzumaki and have a very similar like vitality and stuff. So there really wouldn't be a whole big difference there. But regardless, it is the one focal change. Like, what if Naruto had the Sharingan? What if Naruto had ice release? So forth and so on. And the domino effect that comes through. That's what the what if is. A fan fiction basically is letting you just run wild. Well, what if Naruto went rogue and he started his own village? And then they suddenly got attacked by the Fire Nation, which does exist in this universe. And then Lord Beerus comes out and just wipes out the planet. But don't worry, the Super Dragon Balls exist, and Kirby swallows them, it becomes a Super Dragon Kirby and brings everyone back. You see what I mean? By the way, I had a person at one point when I did something, I explained it in a weird way, say, you know, why I don't like his explanation. Why couldn't he just say, it's my what if, I'll do what I want? And I didn't respond to it then, but I was like, because it's my what if, I'll explain it the way I want it. And they're like, yeah, I'll explain the way. Point is, fan fiction, you can just do whatever you want in fan fiction. What if you're actually following a guideline? You get the one change, and then you're trying to map out and craft the story just based around that one change. Now, you can do as much as you want with that one change, provided that you stay within the rules you've set for yourself. At least that's the way I do it. I know other YouTubers who do what ifs definitely will veer a bit more into the fan fiction, and that's cool. That's the way they want to do it. This is just the way I do it. Beyond that, though, there's not much else with what ifs. I don't do harem what ifs. So don't ever ask for a harem what if, or any sort of, like, you know, nudity or sex or anything like that. I include some romantic and maybe intimate moments in the what ifs, but I want to try to keep these kid enough friendly, even though I do curse sometimes. I don't do what ifs revolved around specific pairings, because that doesn't actually have any bearing on the story. Beyond that, there's really no rule for a what if. But if you're don't be surprised if some what if suggestions you give would turn out to be either longer or shorter, just because of the way I'm interpreting it. Regardless, that will do it for the update video on the rules of engagement for what ifs, who would wins, birthday requests, and so forth. What do you think of these rules? Does it make you not want to watch me anymore, or does it make you want to watch me more? getting intimate here after hours now on Clockwork Island. No. But no. Every once in a while, I think it's important to update the rules. Just because you get new people coming in, they don't know the rules I've set, so I just have to remind everyone, and it's perfectly okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I'm sure I'll have to do it again in the future, and that's okay too. But anyway, I digress. What do you think of these rules? Are these rules acceptable for you? Terms of endearment, terms of agreement. No, I hope this is perfectly fine for you. Now I'm probably gonna get a bunch of people giving me like birthday requests in here, and that's cool. If you want to do that right now, again, you can put any requests you want in this video. That's just the way it works. The only time one last thing to talk about real quick, Q&As. I haven't done a Q&A in a while, and I'm not going to do one probably for at least another 500 to 1,000 viewers at least. I did say we're at around 15,000, but it's going to take a while to get to 15,000. Maybe I'll do it around 12,000. Maybe now it's going to be like every 2,000 instead. I was doing it for a while for every 1,000. And then once it got to hit 10, I'm like, okay, we'll do it at like every 5,000. But like, nah, that doesn't make sense. We'll do it, I'll say, every 2,000. Because we're like at 11. I can actually check right here. I got the analytics right here. What is our subscriber count right now? Let's find out. Our subscriber count to date is 11,520. Nice. Look, as a guy who started just talking about movies on his friend's camera, his phone camera, and then ultimately realized, oh, I have a computer, I can do this myself and contribute to this and contribute to the channel. It's amazed me. I mean, granted, it took 10 years to do, but we got there. Here's to another 10. Oh man, I'll be in my 40s at that point. Oh god. And I'll still be a nerd. I'll still be talking Naruto, Bleach, all that goodness. Don't think I won't. I will talk about it till the day I die. Last thing to land on, like what you like. Don't let anyone tell you different. As long as what you like isn't hurting anyone, like you don't like, being a sicko. But you know what I mean. You got a fandom you like, you got a thing you like, a piece of media, art, music, like what you like, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because there is nothing wrong. I had a little kid come in to my job who had like a Pokemon thing or whatever, and he was like all happy, and his mom said, oh, I think you like Pokemon. I was like, hey kid, I'm in my 30s and I still love Pokemon. Never let anyone tell you you can't love what you love. And you can see he was happy, and the mom was even happy I said that, and so that made me happy. So yeah, never let anyone tell you not to like what you like until the day you die. If you stop liking it, that's cool too. Find something else to like. Just make sure you have something you like, and never let anyone take that from you. That's your little PSA for the end of the video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you folks on the flip side.